I know what you're thinking. When people tell me different stories, how do I ask questions to get the story straight? One of the best examples of asking good questions is a detective or an investigator. Investigators often deal with cases where there are different stories about what happened. Investigators ask all kinds of questions to gather clues, questions to fit the clues together, and even questions to help them determine what information can be trusted. Their goal is to put the clues together and get the story straight in order to solve the case. In trying to get the story straight, the investigator faces what looks like a puzzle. Questions are the tools that find the puzzle pieces and help to place them in the puzzle. When enough pieces have been fit together, the investigator can begin to see the straight story, and it becomes possible to solve the case. The investigator can begin to draw conclusions about what to believe and what to do. At this point, you are probably thinking, what questions do I ask? Good investigators have a toolbox of different questions that help them solve cases. There are 4 basic types of questions in the toolbox. The case question summarizes and guides the case. For example, in a murder case, the case question might be, who killed the victim? Gathering questions help us find the information we need in order to solve the case. They help us find clues. An example of this might be if a murder victim has any enemies. Reasoning questions help us to decide what the clues mean and to put them together to solve the case. An example of this might be when we ask, what does it mean that a person's fingerprints were found at the scene of a murder? Testing questions help us to determine how much we should trust our information and how strong our reasoning is. An example of this might be asking if a suspect's wife says he was with her at the time of the murder, do we have any reasons we might not fully trust her? Now you are probably thinking, how do I use these 4 types of questions? Hold on to that thought, and we will deal with it next.